And in this recording, we will be looking at adding and subtracting fractions, including mixed numbers. Now, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, it's generally the same method, apart from one step that's slightly different right at the end. So we're looking for common denominators for your denominator. So the denominator here is 4 and 5. So let's just give you a bit of background. 2/7 add 1/7 is just 3/7, right? We add the numerator, leave the denominator the same. Can't do that with this question 1 because the denominators are different. So we need to change them into equivalent fractions with the same denominator, a common denominator. So you need to be thinking, well, what's the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5? So if you wrote out your 4 times table and your 5 times table, you would see the lowest common multiple is 20. So we're going to change these both into equivalent fractions out of 20. Well, what do you multiply 4 by to get 20? It is 5. So we have to multiply the numerator by 5 as well. 3 times 5 is 15. What do you multiply 5 by to get 20? It's 4, so multiply the numerator by 4, which is 4. Now we can add the numerators, which are 19, leave the denominator the same. This next one, lowest common multiple of 7 and 5 is 35, because it's a smaller number, both in the 7 and 5 times table. What do we multiply 7 by to get 35? It's 5, so let's multiply the 2 by 5 as well, which is 10. What do you multiply 5 by to get 35? It's 7, so let's multiply the numerator by 7. Add the numerators, 31, leave the denominator the same. So this is a subtraction, but as you can see, we do start off in the same way. What is the lowest common multiple of 8 and 3? 24. What do you multiply 8 by to get 24? It's 3, so let's multiply the numerator by 3. What do we multiply 3 by to get 24? It's 8, so let's multiply the numerator by 8. So this time, instead of adding the numerators, we subtract the numerators. 21 take away 8, 13, so 13 24ths. Okay, maybe have a go at these 3 yourself. Oh no, that's using mixed numbers. Right, have a go at these 3 yourself. Put me on pause, unpause when you've done to see if you've got them right. Okay, I'm just going to run through these. So 77 is your common denominator. Multiply by 7, multiply by 7. Times 11, times 11. 14 add 33 is 47. Now, you may have done something slightly different here. The lowest common multiple of 8 and 4 is actually 8. I will show you both ways. So we've already have 8 as the denominator, so we can leave this as a 3. 4 times 2 is 8, so we need to multiply this by 2, which gives us 5/8. Now, what you may have done is, let me show you again. You may have used the common denominator of 32, because 8 times 4 is 32. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4. Multiply by 8, multiply by 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 over 32 actually simplifies. So let's divide both of these by 2. In fact, 4 is the highest common factor. Let's divide them both by 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So can you see we get the same answer? You just need to simplify it if you haven't used the lowest common multiple. And here, well done if you remembered to subtract in the end. Common denominator is 35, which is the lowest common multiple of 7 and 5. Times 5 times 5. 30 times 7 times 7, 14. 30 take away 14 is 16. So we have 16 over 35. So let's have a look at increasing the difficulty of the questions now. We're going to look at adding and subtracting with mixed numbers. Let's start with these addition ones. Now, there are two different methods you can use here, but I would advise the method of converting to improper fractions first, just because you can use that with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. If you do use the other method where you add in the whole numbers and then add in the fractions, doesn't always work with subtraction. You might get into a bit of trouble, and you cannot use that method with multiplication and division anyway. So let's convert them both into improper fractions first. 1 times 4 is 4, add 1 is 5. So we've got 5 quarters here. Plus 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Common denominator is 20. So we need to convert them into equivalent fractions out of 20. So we multiply this by 5. We're multiplying this by 5 to get 25. Multiply this by 4. Multiply this by 4 to get 48. Okay, 25 add 48 is 73. So we have 73 20ths. Mixed number fraction, 20, 40, 60, 3 wholes, 13 left over. 3 and 13 20ths. 1 and 1/5 minus 3/7. So let's convert this to an improper fraction first. 1 times 5 is 5, add 1 is 6. So you got 6/5 minus 3/7. Common denominator is 35. So let's turn them both into equivalent fractions out of 35. So multiply by 7, multiply by 7. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5. 6 times 7 is 42. 3 times 5 is 15. 42, take away 15. 27. So we have 27 over 35. And this last one, 3 and 2/5 plus 1 and 2/7. Again, change them into improper fractions. 3 times 5 is 15, add 2 is 17. 1 times 7 is 7, add 2 is 9. Times by 7, times by 7. I'm going to use my calculator for this. 17 times 7 is 119. Times 5 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. Let's add them together. 164 over 35. Let's change it back into a mixed number. So 35, 70, 105, 140 is 4. And the remainder is 24. Go at these three yourself, put me on pause and pause when you're done. So let's change this to an improper fraction first. 1 times 4 is 4, add 1 is 5. So you've got 5 quarters minus 3/8. Our lowest common multiple of 4 and 8 is actually 8, so we can leave this as 3/8. And we can change this into an equivalent fraction out of 8. 4 times 2 is 8, so we're multiplying the top by 2. 10 minus 3 is 7, so we've got 7/8. If you had have used the lowest common multiple of 32, you would have got 40 over 32 minus 12 over 32, which gives you 28 over 32, which simplifies to 7/8. Okay, this next one, 1 times 3 is 3, add 2 is 5, so you've got 5/3. 1 times 7 is 7, add 1 is 8. Lowest common multiple, 21. Multiply by 7 to get 21, multiply by 7. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 35, add 24 is 59. Change to a mixed number fraction. 21 to 59 is 2. You've got 21, then 42. And if we get to 42, our remainder is 17. Okay, this last one. 1 times 9 is 9, add 2 is 11. 2 times 4 is 8, add 1 is 9. Lowest common multiple is 36. Times by 4, times by 4, 44. Times by 9, times by 9, 81. 44 add 81 is 125. 36 into 125 goes 3 times. 3 lots of 36 take you to 108. So the remainder is 17. Okay, so maybe have a watch of the fractions multiplying and dividing next.